Hi guys, so question 9 is algebra. So the first part A is substitution, but it's got a little bit of a twist there as well. So you know that k is 7, it tells you that. And then it says that m minus k is 4. So the first job you have is to find out what m is, because you know what k is already. And you need k and you need m to put it into the expression afterwards. So if I just put in a 7 instead of the k in here, so m minus 7 has to be equal to 4. So if m minus 7 equals 4, we add 7. And then m is 4 plus 7, which is 11. So we know that m is 11 then. So now you know m is 11 and you know k is 7. So you can put them into 9k minus 6m. So you're going to do 9 times 11. Sorry, you're going to do 9 times 7 because k is 7 minus 6 times 11 because m is 11. So 9 times 7 is 63. And you're going to take away 66. So 63 minus 66 would be minus 3. The next part then we have to factorize it. Now, sometimes you have to rearrange these so that you've got some of the same terms in the ones you want to factorize, but they're in all kind of in order here already. So if you look at 8ax and 14bx, x common, and there's going to be a number common there as well. And then in the other two, then there's a y that's common. So let's just factorize them as they are separately. So we can take out 2x out of the first two. And when you take 2x out of 8ax, we're left with 4a. And then when you take an a, so when you take 2x out of minus 14bx, we're left with minus 7b. And then if we factorize the next two, that's a bit more room this time. You can take y out, so just plus y, you can take it out. And when you take y out of 4ay, you're just left with 4a. And then when you take y out of minus 7b, you're just left with out of minus 7by, you're left with minus 7b. And then it works out nicely. You've got the same thing in both brackets then. So you can put the two things that are outside the brackets in one bracket together. So 2x plus y and 4a minus 7b. So that's the final answer. That's fully factorized. Part C then is algebraic fractions. So you've got to find a common denominator first of all. So because you've got expressions on the bottom here with x's in them, what you do is you multiply the two bottoms together. So my common denominator is going to be 2x plus 1 3x plus 5. Now I'm going to divide 2x plus 1 then into the bottom. So 2x plus 1 goes into all of this 3x plus 5 times. So I'm going to multiply the top then by 3x plus 5. So I'm going to multiply the 2 on top by 3x plus 5. And then I'm going to divide the 3x plus 5 into all of the bottom again, the my new denominator. So that would go 2x plus 1 times. So it's going to be minus 3 times 2x plus 1. Now, so 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 5 is 10. Minus 3 times 2x is minus 6x. And then minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. And my bottom, I'm just going to leave it the same again. So 2x plus 1, 3x plus 5. Now, what happens here on top actually is that the 6x and the minus 6x, they cancel each other out because 6x take away 6x is just 0. And then you've just got 10 minus 3. So we're left with 7 on top then. We're just left with 7 on top, and on the bottom, denominator just stays the same. We don't need to multiply out the bottom or anything like that. And then that's the final answer. So that's expressed then as a single fraction in its simplest form. So the last question then is a quadratic that we have to solve, and it says give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. That means we're going to get decimals as answers. That means that we can't factorize it nicely, so we have to use the minus b formula. So this formula is in your log tables. It's minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So let's just see what a, b, and c are anyway. So a is always the number in front of the x squared, so that's a 2. B is always the coefficient of the x, or what's in front of the x, so that's minus 7 in this one. And then c will be the last one, or the last term, so minus 3. So minus b then, because b is a minus 7 already here, it's going to be minus minus 7, and that's going to turn into plus 7. Plus or minus. And then we have to do minus 7 squared. Minus 4 times a times c. So minus 4 times 2 times minus 3. And that's all over 2a, so that's all over 2 times 2. So we'll leave the 7 and the plus minus there for a second, and we'll try to simplify what's inside the square root. So minus 7 squared will give us plus 49, so 49, and then we have to add on 24. So minus times minus gives us plus 49 plus 24 will give us 73. And that's all over 4 on the bottom. So here then that we can split it into two options of plus or minus. So if we take the minus option first, so 7 minus root 73 over 4. And then the plus option would be 7 plus root 73 over 4. So if you type this into the calculator then, it gives you minus 0.39. That's the minus option. That's when you put it in with a minus. And then the plus option will be 3.89. So 3.89. And I've rounded those off then to 2 decimal places. So it asked us in the question to round them off to 2 decimal places. So therefore we're done.